Hello, this is me Dimple Jain. Welcome back to VSM Learners.
In the previous video, we learned about taxonomy, and in this video, we are going to learn about the biological classification, how it started, whose biological classification system is the mostly accepted, how did we get our 5-kingdom classification, everything. So, the very first classification system was given by the Aristotle. Aristotle classified all the organisms into two basic categories, plants and animals. Plants and animals, which were further classified as trees, shrubs, and herbs on the basis of their heights, and animals were classified as with red blood animals or without red blood animals. So, animals were classified on the basis of blood color. So this was a very basic criteria for classifying organisms. Now similarly, Carolus Linnaeus also classified all the organisms into two basic groups, plants and animals. In both the classification system, there were many loopholes, there were many drawbacks, but as it was a starting, we appreciate their work, and the classification system were used for a very long time. Next, what were their drawbacks? We have to learn that. So, drawbacks of two-kingdom classification. They fail to distinguish between unicellular and multicellular organisms. Second, they failed to distinguish between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Third, they failed to distinguish between photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organisms. And the last one, they fail to give a category to those organisms who have dual characteristics, such as an example, algae. Algae has a dual character. It can perform photosynthesis, which is a character of a plant, and algae do not have a cell wall, which is a characteristic of an animal cell. So there was no category for those organisms. Now let's move to the 3-kingdom classification, which was given by Ernst Haeckel in 1860. In 1860s, Ernst Haeckel proposed 3-kingdom classification, and the classification was like Protista, animal and plant. Now, along with animal and plant, he also gave a category to the unicellular organisms and named it as Protista. Again, Ernst Haeckel also forgot to give a category to the eukaryotes and prokaryotes, or to give a category to the organisms who are saprophytes. So, Ernst Haeckel basically failed on the basis of criteria of nutrition. Then we have a 4-kingdom classification, which was given by Herbert Copeland in 1938. Now, in 1938, Herbert Copeland gave 4-kingdom classification, which is like Monera, Protista, Animalia and Plantae. Monera include all the prokaryotic animals. Protista include unicellular eukaryotic animals. So Copeland basically tried to differentiate the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. And the another two are very basic, Animalia and Plantae. Next, we have our 5-kingdom classification given by R.H. Whitaker. Now, the classification was based on the cell structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, mode of reproduction, and phylogenetic relationships. So, his classification was like, he has 5 kingdoms: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Now, in my next videos of this series, we are going to learn about these kingdoms one by one in detail. Now, next we have 6-kingdom classification given by Carl Woese. Carl Woese gave 6 kingdoms. He basically divided the Monera into 2 different kingdoms as Archaebacteria and Eubacteria, and the remaining 4 are same. Archaebacteria include the primitive bacteria, and Eubacteria include the advanced bacteria. Now, along with this classification system, he added a level in the hierarchical system. The hierarchical system which we learned in taxonomy. Now, to that hierarchical system, Carl Woese added a level above kingdom, and he named it as domain. So basically we have 3 main domains, and these were named as archaea, bacteria, and eukaryote. Now, why don't we use six kingdom classification, and why don't we follow six kingdom classification? Because the five kingdom classification has Monera, which classified the bacteria as archaebacteria and eubacteria. So in five kingdom classification, we are learning about the archaebacteria and eubacteria as subkingdoms. So there is no need to have a six kingdom classification, and that's why this kingdom classification is yet not properly accepted, or we can say we are not learning about it in like the Whittaker system. Now the last, that artificial system of classification and natural system of classification. So the classification system or the kingdom classification you learned now were classified into two categories, artificial and natural. Artificial system of classification include those classification system which were based on very basic criteria, and natural system include those classification system which actually whose classification system were based on the lots of categories like thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction. So they were who have the many criteria were categorized under the natural system. So the Aristotle, Carolus Linnaeus, and Ernst Haeckel classification of these three scientists were classified as artificial system, and the Herbert Copeland, R.H. Whittaker, and Carl Woese, their classification system is considered under natural system of classification. That's it for today. In my next video, we are going to learn about the kingdoms in detail. Thank you. Bye-bye.